movie I did called Homesick, which took a long time to come out. Finally did on, I think, the Synapse label. And I don't know if we will ever see Mr. Suitcase. That was a great movie, Homesick, directed by Adam Wingard. And Mr. Suitcase was a kind of a demonically possessed, kind of a super salesman, a motivational speaker. I think that's the best description of Mr. Suitcase. And we shot that movie down in Alabama, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. Whoa, I like your fingerprint face there, man. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. I'm not kidding, I'm not hallucinating. It really is coffee. But Mr. Suitcase has a, kind of a cameo at the beginning of Homesick, and I sang a little song that I made up. I can't remember. It's something about, so I do, it's time to hit the gravel. Got my suitcase and my hobo heart. So I do, it's time to hit the gravel. Something, travel, gravel, whatever. But, Mr. Suitcase was eluding me as a character because I was reading it, okay, a motivational speaker, okay, but I still didn't really quite get the character. I didn't tell them that. They did fly me down to Alabama, and if you don't get the character and you're going to get paid and they're going to fly you somewhere, don't tell them that you don't have the character. Because what happened was I got down to the set and they gave me my outfit, which was kind of like a cheesy, like powder blue tuxedo jacket. And still didn't quite have the character. And then I went to the special effects makeup guy. And he said, I've been thinking about your makeup, and the only thing I can come up with is this super white, almost like whiteout for your teeth. And I went, yeah, whatever. So he painted my teeth like it's super white. And then all of a sudden, there came the character. All of a sudden it was like, hey, and this beaming, hey, how you doing? And all of a sudden there was Mr. Suitcase, thanks to, super white, whatever it was. So that was very helpful. I, by the way, did not really get the character of Otis Driftwood until about 6 weeks after we had wrapped House of a Thousand Corpses. I kind of had Otis down pretty much, but originally when I first talked to Rob about Otis, I really thought that Rob wanted Chop Top. Kind of a Chop Top redo with maybe some long hair as opposed to a plate and whatever else. But I really kind of thought he wanted Chop Top at first, and then it was thanks to Rob, he gently but firmly kind of pried me away from my security blanket of Chop Top to this character of Otis. And Otis, was a work in progress for me even as we were shooting House of a Thousand Corpses. Still wasn't quite comfortable, it didn't quite fit into Otis's skin until literally about 6 weeks after we had wrapped, and Rob decided that there wasn't, we didn't have enough footage, he needed to shoot some more stuff. So we went back to Wayne Toth, the makeup person's studio, and Rob got out the black and white video camera or whatever it was, and we shot the Run Rabbit Run scene. And it was when we did that scene that hunt humans, hate nothing but nothing. Run like scary little rabbits. Run, rabbit! And until we did that, that was literally the moment where I got Otis. That's when it was like, oh, that's Otis. And what was really cool was I had never done a sequel before where I had actually, reprised a character I'd done in a previous film until I did Devil's Rejects. And that was so much fun about doing Devil's Rejects was that it really was a chance to, I thought of Otis in House of a Thousand Corpses is kind of, you want to buy the car, you're kind of kicking the tires, you're checking it out, looking under the hood, and then you buy the car, even if it's 6 weeks after we wrap, and then Devil's Rejects, you take it out for a test drive. And that was fun, because then, when I got to the set of Devil's Rejects, I knew the character, I had the character, and now it was just time to open him up and really, kick some ass. So anyway, I don't know if that answered the question or went off into outer space. Yeah?
What's your favorite part of doing Repo?
Yes. Wow, repo. Well, Toronto. You know, hey, we shot repo in Toronto. You know, we're Twisted Pictures, so it's like the Saw people. So I loved spending 6 or 8 weeks in Toronto. Just thinking fondly of the Green Hippo, which I took twice. Let's see here. So much of it was fun. I mean, I don't really. You mean like the best part? Like, I don't know. Is it challenge, an artistic challenge?
Just the part that, like, afterwards you're like, that was so awesome.
So much of it was. There were a lot of questions with repo. When I first auditioned, Darren Bousman and Terrence and Darren Sadunich and Darren Smith, kind of the Repo Brain Trust, they knew that I could kill people. They weren't worried about that, but they were wondering if I could sing. And so they said, look, we want you to come and audition. We know you can act, we just want to hear you sing. And I said, well, have you listened to Cornbugs? And that's this band I have with Buckethead. And they said, yeah, well, that's why we want to know if you can sing. So I came in to audition, and I auditioned, I think it was the song The Night Surgeon, which, Anthony Head, right, sings. But, yeah, hey, there you go. Wow, all right, jeez, freaking me out. But anyway, so I went to this was in North Hollywood, and I went to audition, sing that song. Now, fortunately, I've been taking singing lessons for maybe 15 years. Not so much, to sing, but really just because it's good, as an actor, it's good to, get your voice strong and all that. So I was able to take that song to my singing teacher and work on it, so I was prepared. And I went to the studio to do my audition, and the person who was preceded me in the audition was one of the Pussycat Dolls, who mercifully was there for a different part. That would have been tough. But anyway, she was, I don't know if she was there for Amber or whatever, part she was there for. She was like belting it out, she was like owning it, she was doing Vegas and Broadway and yap-a-doop-a-dop, and I'm watching, I'm in the little recording booth looking through glass as she's in the studio, like really, boffing that song, and I was thinking, I am fucked. Because, this was pro here, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm the night surgeon. And so I was worried. I was thinking, oh man, I'm screwed. And so they thanked her, and she split. And they said, okay, Bill, it's your turn. And I was thinking, oh no, please. So I got into the studio, and they said something to me, and I answered them back into this amazing microphone they had. And to this day, I don't really know what kind of microphone it was, but it was, to me, a magic microphone. It just sounded awesome. It kind of sounds like when you sing in the shower, and it just sounds awesome. It just is like, whoa, everything you say was just beautiful and deep and full of meaning. And so I started singing The Night Surgeon, and it really kind of like, the mic sounded so good that it completely got me over my fear, and I just kind of, got into it and sang away, and, they hired me. So, it must have worked out. They did say that they did offer me, Darren Bousman offered me the choice between Pavi and Luigi. And Pavi, which was really amazingly played by Ogre, who is my great friend, and really did an amazing job. But anyway, so I thought about it, and I thought, okay, like Pavi has to get up like really early every day to go in and do all that makeup. Now, I could do Pavi, I could choose Pavi, I guess, because the option was available, or I could take Luigi and sleep an extra 3 hours a day. So